beautiful people. This is Chris Maddox. I'm the founder of the Wild Woman Project and Wild Woman Fest, and I'm speaking to you today because I always speak to you at new moon time, and the new moon is upon us. So before we start talking about our topic for today, I want to say that I am visiting my mother, and she lives in a house of cats. The way any good wild woman really does. A house of cats, and also she lives in a neighborhood that's full of peacocks, and it's mating season. So if you hear loud squawks, you know that nature is happening, and feathers are being ruffled, and so may that be exciting to you and a colorful piece of this discussion. So let's talk about this new moon. So first of all, the new moon ushers in an entirely new chapter. And this moon cycle at hand that begins on February 26th, it really marks the last moon cycle of this astrological year. So it has that kind of importance to it. It has that kind of the kind of seeking that one goes after, when you're looking for closure or you're looking for reflection at the end of something. So the big question that we're offering you here at the Wild Woman Project in so many ways for the entirety of this moon cycle, all the way until the new moon in Aries, which will start the calendar again, we're asking a question. And the question is, what are you for? So I don't have to tell you, particularly those of us who are living in North America, and really it's affects all over the world, the atmosphere due to the politics of the time and the way in which those politics really shift, change, and affect the way in which we are together in this world, in this planet that we're all sharing, in this society that we're all taking a part of, it affects things. And one of the things that's really we're seeing collectively, no matter what your political position is that we're seeing a time where there's a lot of division. And there's a lot of people who are actually very nervous for their family, they're nervous for their health, they're nervous for the health of the planet, and activists are organizing and people are getting activated, and everyone is acclimating to this new shared reality. And it really is new because a lot has changed in the way in which we talk to each other. The things that we're talking about, the things that are up for debate and discussion affect a lot of people and that we love. So in my work with the Wild Woman Project, I come in contact with a lot of women, and I know that this has been a really difficult time. A time in which so many of us are really maybe sometimes in a state of shock, in a state of grief, and a state of, being activated, feeling like, I got to make a difference, and then a state of feeling defeated, and, the ebb and flow of us really collectively coming to an understanding about what this time is, and it's a new world in so many ways. And one of the things I think is a really beautiful piece of this all is that everybody's kind of really waking up to the fact that we are needed. Like, we can't sit back. We are needed. Our hearts are needed. Our intelligence, our creativity is needed. Our rolling up the sleeves, hard work is needed, whatever. Each of us has our own marching orders in that regard. So in this time, as we prepare for the new astrological year, which will begin on the new moon in Aries, and, we start spring, right? So in the natural world, that is New Year, spring, new life. So before, right here at the edge of winter, when we're looking towards spring, in this moment of the end of the year, we can ask ourselves, in this new world, not what am I against, but what am I for? And what you are for once you identify it, may put you in opposition with certain things. So you'll naturally sort of know what you're against, but it's not rooted in the reactivity of the situation. It's not rooted in a reaction, but in fact, it's rooted in something that is positive. And I don't mean positive happy. I mean like positive charge and activating charge, because when you know what you are for, I'm for human rights for all people. I'm for clean water. I'm for whatever you're for, right? I'm for being the best possible mother for my children. I'm for compassionate conversation above all. And whatever you are for, it's going to take many forms and can affect any area of your life. But when you ask yourself what you are for, then you can align your heart, you can align your mind, you can really align the entirety of your being, from your very depths to your physical body, and the actions that you take in the world, and the way in which you take those actions. You can align yourself with love, so that a quality, a mystic quality of devotion emerges in you. So the words you're saying, the conversations you're having, what you're choosing to post on social media, what you're choosing to say on social media, how you're choosing to get involved in whatever you're involved in, will be informed by a vibration and an intention of deep love. Love in action is devotion. So we come to the end of this astrological calendar, and we're still in the midst of this series that we've been in. If you're new to the project, ever since last year's Wild Woman Fest, we start a totally new series. Each and every new moon, we have been exploring a dimension of what it means to be a mystic in this world. And what a mystic, the way mystic looks at the world is they see a tree and they see like on the deepest possible level. A mystic can see the divine in everything. A mystic can see the connectivity in everything. A mystic understands that if you pull on one thing in the universe, the rest of the universe is affected. So that's the idea we've been playing with for this whole calendar. So here, the last astrological archetype in the zodiac, the Piscean archetype. It's a water sign. It's feminine. There's a feeling in it that the well inside that Piscean archetype is so deep and so overflowing that quality of devotion can really, it's something we can tap into at this new moon in Pisces, and for the whole cycle which this new moon in Pisces initiates. So we're asking you to sit down with this question: what am I for? And it's a question of values, and it's a question of what lights you up, and it's really a question for the deepest part of your soul or your heart, or however you conceptualize it, your inner guidance, okay? But the wise voice inside of you must know, must identify, this is what I'm for, and it's positive, and it's something that I can work towards with love and with passion. And when you are aligned in that way, with love and with devotions, your actions become more powerful, because a loving presence will always light up the dark. And that's what we hope to do as human beings. So as we are preparing for this new astrological calendar, which will begin next time we talk for the new moon in Aries, this is a time, this is a season, this moon cycle, for reflection on this, for clarification. And it may come to you in new moon time, or it may come to you at some point as you're holding this question throughout the cycle. More and more, you may learn more and more. But what we are inviting you to do at the project is to understand from the depths of your being what you are devoted for and what you stand for in this world, so that when the spring comes and the new moon and fiery Aries starts and we start a new season, that you will know what you're for. So all of the courage that's coming, all the fire, all the creativity that is needed, that is going to be fueled by you being anchored in the deepest way with the whole of your being of what you are for in this world. And that'll initiate a powerful new cycle, because the bottom line is what's going on in our society and what's going on in our collective experience here on Earth is this is a new season, and for many of us, I've spoken to my grandparents. It's an unprecedented time, and I think we're all feeling that. So this is the time for us to do all the things that we have been practicing, to be out in nature, to be doing our spiritual practice, whatever it is, whether it's yoga or meditation or circling or ritual or whatever it is that connects you and gives you life, because we need your heart, we need your energy, and we need your inspired action, and not just a reaction to oppressive forces. We need you to be like proactive. We all need to be this way. So this is the practice we're in together. All of us are in this practice together. We're asking on this new moon and throughout the cycle, what am I for? So if this is interesting to you, if you want to go deeper with this, there are 2 ways at this time that you can do this at new moon time. Wild Woman Project circles by trained facilitators are happening all over the globe. Check out the link below this video and find one near you. If you look at that list, if you can't find one, or if the time of the circle doesn't work for you or something, you can download your new moon companion, and it's you and me, and it's a deep look into this, an experience, a meditation, a dream sheet. So that's a digital experience, and you can download it like right now. Look at the link below this video. So you have 2 ways in which to kind of like be really deeply in this question, what am I for? And you have those 2 experiences to choose from as a way and a means to explore this in a juicier way. So your choice, and we really, really hope that you engage with that. Now, as of this video, I have 1 more space in Circle Leader training. So if the idea of holding sacred space for women in your community is delicious to you, if you want to explore the wild woman archetype and the moon cycle, and you want to be in the presence of amazing women from around the world for 7 weeks, sign up for Circle Leader training. We won't have another one again until the fall. It is my deepest, deepest honor to do that training, and my joy, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, especially in the time that we're in. So there are links to all those things below this video. And I am wishing you a new moon time that's full of reflection, that's full of you connecting with the deepest part of your heart and your inner guidance, so that you can move through the world in a way that's aligned with love and aligned with purpose. So happy new moon in Pisces. Love you so much. As always, I'll see you over at thewildwomanproject.com.